Hello everybody. As you might be able to tell, fucked up. So I'm having to do this episode via voiceover. So welcome back to Elden Wyrm. The gameplay should be there. You can hear the gameplay just fine. However, my microphone was not recording whilst I was playing this, so I'm doing this via voiceover. Welcome to the consecrated snowfield, which is the path to the Halig tree. Because we're looking for the Halig tree, that's where we'll find Miquella, right? Except we won't. Spoiler warning. Because that's kind of one of the points of the DLC. Again, spoiler warning. Well, not much of a spoiler. I've mentioned how Miquella is a very mysterious figure, and we don't know if we'll see Miquella in the DLC or not, but the DLC at the very least is going to be concerning Miquella. Anyway, here we are through a blizzard where we are getting chased by wolves, shot at by Albinauric archers riding wolves, and there's all sorts of other nasty, horrible stuff in the blizzard. We can't see anything. And I hate this first area, the first half of the consecrated snowfield. Thankfully not the entire snowfield is covered in a blizzard. But here I'm just running around in the dark, hoping to find something. I mean, I sort of know a little bit about what's around, and they do help you spot a bit of a way with technically based. Tactically placed glowing stones and torches. NPCs running around, killing each other. And you can still use the map. And you can still see your direction. But even with that, it's pretty difficult to navigate much in this area. But you know, it's certainly not difficult to do a bunch of other things, such as finding loot. Finding wolves that you definitely don't want to fight because they don't give that many runes, they don't guard that many precious items. Better off just moving forward, checking that you're not driving into a cliff. And then, oh dear, it's a Red Wolf of Radigan. Why is there a Red Wolf of Radigan here? I completely forgot or didn't remember or never encountered this Red Wolf of Radigan. So I was kind of spooked and shocked. I was like, okay, I'll dismount. I need to steady myself and then... Oh, hey, slugs! And butterflies. So yes, one other thing that's definitely not difficult to do inside the blizzard is just randomly back off a cliff and die horribly. You know. Hey, crystal snail. Again, one that I completely forgot was around here, but like I said, I don't like this area very much. I never spent much time in here. It's like, oh hey, a caravan. Funerary card thing. I should loot it. But there's a page and a Cadence sellsword, and they are really powerful pages and Cadence sellswords. Ow! I get dismounted and I get stabbed, and that took almost all my health in one hit. Because with just the Cadence sellsword, this is an endgame area, so the Cadence sellsword is upgraded to have this really high stats. And yells and kills. Nasty bastards. They still have excellent super armor after they do that yell and then take that stance. They can take a hit and just retaliate without staggering. And yeah, if you aren't constantly checking your compass or the map, it's so easy to get turned around in this area. So ridiculously easy. But hey, I decided at this point to just go back and get my revenge on these two. Ow. Don't get greedy, don't get greedy. Take a drink. Don't get greedy. Right, now where is that Cadence Cell Sword? I left the Cadence Cell Sword. The Cadence Cell Sword somewhere around here. First, take care of those. Ow, there's the Cadence Cell Sword. And ow, look at the damage those swings do. Yeah, the moment he sees me chuck the lightning spear, he's thinking, nope. Thankfully, you get a lot of super armor in that animation, so you're not easily knocked out of it. But you are very much open to being hit by anything during that. Now, I can't even see the damned cart in this. Such a horrible mess. I don't want to get interrupted by any of these assholes during all of that. And let's stop the cart. Except the troll just takes that lightning bolt up the ass like a champ and the cart isn't stopped. We don't want you blowing on the horn. As for this giant, okay, come on, stop the cart. There we go. He stopped the cart. That gives me a chance to loot. And then here I do something very silly, which is I open the chest and I loot St. Trina's torch and then don't actually stop to talk about St. Trina again. Though I've mentioned St. Trina before, which is, it's highly likely that St. Trina is simply a different a alternative title for Miquella. A different guise. Perhaps. An identity. An alter ego. But that's hard to prove. Until further notice, consider that, like, in my opinion, a plausible theory at the very least, of that St. Trina and Miquella are one and the same person. For me, I want the runes from this giant. I want to see how many runes they are. So let's check rocks at it. I don't feel like getting close when all it does is just stomp its legs. It's not a particularly interesting fight, but what I can do is check rocks at it until it dies. Check rocks. Many rocks. Checking rocks is amazing. And then stab him in the face. Apologies for horribly murdering you, Mr. Troll. But hey, almost 8,000 runes. They're not that difficult to kill, so... Despite that, I decide I'm gonna let the second one just sit and chill and relax. I've got other bigger, scarier, more important things to do. Such as, I am looking for a specific something past the Red Wolf. Little do I know that my memory is certainly foggier than it needs to be in this area, but hey, this area is foggy in a sense, so that just suits it just fine. I'm trying to determine if those are wolves that I'm seeing. And then I hear the howling and it's like, yeah, it's wolves that I'm seeing. So I'm gonna be clever and get up on this rock and wait for them to jump up here. So So you can fight them in a relatively isolated and safe fashion. Unfortunately for me, the wolf just knocks me down. And then I almost die by wolf. I quickly hop back up on the rocks. Hey, that's a big wolf. Not a little one. Ow, ow. My drop attack failed. Next wolf. Drop attack's not really working the way I want it to. That time it does. Both I and the dog failing to hit each other for much effect. Getting a few lucky hits in here and there. An extra drink, I definitely need it. But I don't want to fight the red wolf with just one flask left available. So it's time to be sneaky. So you can see if I can sneak my way around the red wolf. Sneaking. Jeez, when's the last time I watched Galaga? It's a fun show. Oh well, engraven mass, engraven school, whatever. This makes me think that I must be close to the thing that I'm looking for. And I am, but I'm also not. There's the red wolf. Please no. Hey, a portal? I don't remember there being a portal here. But oh well, now there's a portal here. I might as well use it to escape from the red wolf. Bye! I honestly do not remember this portal existing. Apparently it does. And it takes me across the gorge to the other side here. If I look back, as I'm doing right now, I can see the red wolf standing there. And there, right next to the red wolf, the wizard's tower. That's the one I was looking for. That's what I thought when I saw that graven school. It's like, oh hey, the wizard's tower must be close by. I wanted to do the wizard's tower this episode. But oh well, now I'm on the other side. And there's a minor Erdtree here. And a minor Erdtree means there's an Erdtree avatar, but I don't want to deal with that one right now. I mostly just want to get a grace. And I know there is one, not that far from here, and it's not inside the blizzard, which is the important bit. Welcome to the nice side of the consecrated snowfield. It is actually a place where I've died significantly more than inside the blizzard, but at least I died on my own terms. In a sense, anyway. And, ooh, like, I need to get excited. You know, there's something else I want more than a grace, which is to go underneath this little bridge thing and loot the entire Black Knife set from this Black Knife Assassin Corpse. Which is one of my favorite armor sets. Explore the town a little bit. These strange barriers that stop us from advancing. I'm looking for the grace. There should be one right there in camera on the right, but I didn't see it, like an idiot. There was one here. Oh, there it is. I jumped right past it. It was even in shot. But because I'm an idiot, a blind one, I still managed to somehow miss it. Right. Time to get the map for the area, because having a map is always lovely. And useful and nice. Try to avoid attention from the Albinoric archer ladies on the wolves. They are unfortunately kind of all over the place. And pew! I get shot in the butt. Well, Torrent gets shot in the butt. Or did I get shot or Torrent? It's hard to tell. Either way, butt shots. There were butt shots. I grab the map, I quickly run away. Back to the town. At least in that direction. So don't want to get peppered with more arrows. Not yet, anyway. I'm going to get peppered with a lot of arrows in a future episode. But right now, I'm going to set myself a little breadcrumb to get to the Wizard's Tower. Spend time deliberating, I guess? Or probably I was talking. I was talking to the audience, which couldn't hear me because my microphone was turned off. Which reminds me. Just a quick check. Yeah, no, I am definitely recording this time. And then I decided to quickly... There should be a catacomb along that cliff edge there somewhere. I don't remember exactly where. But it's somewhere there, and I know how to find it well enough. There is one perk to this voiceover style, which is that I can just pour myself a drink while gameplay is happening. It's like having 4 arms. Two arms in the past, using the controller to help record this footage. And 2 arms right now, one to hold a glass and one to pour myself a drink. Grab another grace. And then I decide, you know, I picked up the black knife set, but I might as well actually also equip the black knife set. So I am. Show off something cool about the black knife set. And look at that cloak, that weird see-through effect. It is, of course, supposed to be a cloak that provides some level of invisibility to the Black Knife assassins. It's pretty neat. It's got another really cool quality, which is that whilst you're wearing it, your footsteps don't make sound. It's also pretty a good armor for its weight. Not bad. And it just looks badass. So obviously whilst you're riding Torrent's hooves still make noise. But the Black Knife armor set, whilst you're wearing the Black Knife armor set, you don't make any noise at all. Which helps you sneak up on enemies, because noise is actually the determining factor for if enemies detect you coming when they can't see you directly. I'm not entirely sure how FromSoft programmed it, but at the very least, the Black Knife set does make it easier to sneak up on people. Graven School, another Graven School. Windstone Craftsman Cookbook. And then this interesting puzzle here, with the only clue for how to get into the rise being these 2 dueling imps. Speaking of imps, ow! So I summon my own imps to help me fight this imp. And boom! Seal of the Rise is opened. So that is the puzzle here. From the dueling imp statue, you're supposed to intuit that you are supposed to summon your own imps and have your own imps fight other imps. And this hot, sexy imp on imp combat will allow you to unlock the tower. And of course loot the prize at the top of the tower, as is tradition. I look around, checking if there's no secret treasure chest. Because some of those towers have treasure chests on that level. And then here, I pick up a Graven Mass Talisman. Which is a really good talisman. If you're a sorcerer. We're not. So for us it's kind of useless. But hey. We're collecting it anyway. And showing you where it is. A hypothetical situation that somebody still wants to play this game after watching me bungle through it. That's where you find the Graven Mass Talisman. Graven School Talisman. The Graven something Talisman. Anyway, I decided I want to see my imps actually fight an imp without my help. Because, to be honest, I almost messed up the puzzle by fighting the imp myself as well. I believe the triggering condition is that an imp needs to kill an imp, and I almost had the last hit on the first imp. Here, I'm watching my imps go to town on this one. Doing a pretty good job at it too. Well done. Well done, lads and or ladettes. They're made of stone and don't have genitals, so I'm just assuming that they won't take offense to me calling them either lads or ladettes. Until they tell me otherwise, I think that'll do. So yeah, here I'm opening up the map and looking around, and I am assuming that this is the very last wizard tower on the map, the last one that I've that is in game. From this point onwards, there are no more wizard towers. And then I decide, what else am I gonna do this episode? And that is, I'm gonna go fight a scary enemy. A relatively scary enemy. Not exactly a boss, but not exactly an easy enemy either. Because I am going to fight this mysterious gladiator standing on the cliff here, looking at the tree. It's kind of strange to see a gladiator all the way out here. So it's time to sneak up. Decide my opening move, and my best opening move is probably the Blade of Death. And then we chuck rocks at him. Rocks do excellent poise damage. Oof, this guy hurts. That was just his little ball and chain, and then he has a breath attack for Scarlet Rot. Another Blade of Death. Now here's something really interesting about the gladiators, with all their serpent iconography. And then the question... Were gladiators serpent worshippers, or did they become serpent worshippers from being forced to don serpent iconography and being forced to live in the role, like in the, shall we say, dramatic sense of being the foe, the heel in a wrestling match, so to speak, that is the gladiatorial combat. So were they, imprisoned serpent worshippers forced to fight in the arena, or were they just other sorts of prisoners forced to don serpent regalia to fight in the arena? I don't know. What I do know is that this guy hurts like hell. And I also also know he definitely is a serpent worshipper, and I'll explain more how I know about that later during this fight. Right now, I'm just having fun checking rocks at him. Man, that was a powerful opening. And ow, that was a powerful hit. That was one hit. Just one hit. This guy's an absolute fucking menace. And then that he can dodge under my rock throw like that is rather brilliant, if I do say so. And I do dodge, dodge, almost got him, and then oh. Hello, snake! Instant death, pretty much. And yeah, that's how I can tell that he genuinely is a serpent worshipper, because how else does he manifest a serpent in his grab attack? And that was death too. So yeah. Oh yeah, I open the map and zoom in on the volcano manor here to highlight the fact that, of course, what is the whole deal again with serpents? Well, serpents are the enemies of the Earth Tree, which is why the gladiators were forced to wear the serpent guise in the first place, because as the enemy of the Earth Tree, like, they're kind of the people's foe. So obviously the gladiators that are supposed to lose the fight in the Colosseum are made to look like the hated enemy. Because yeah, we saw Praetor Rykard, the guy who fused with the Serpent God, fed himself to the Serpent God and became the Serpent monster at the bottom of the Volcano Manor. His ambition was to burn the Earth Tree. Which, little memory check, by the way, is also our job at this point. Though perhaps not quite the same way. Dodge the grab, otherwise you die. And then exploit and kill. Boom. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, I just sort of bumble about for a couple of minutes here, and nothing really exciting happens as I go off on a hunch and don't do anything productive. I look at some of this equipment for a moment. I muse a little bit about what I said about the gladiators just now. But none of these item descriptions have much insight. Great text designed for gladiatorial combat, now festering with scarlet rot, used by duelists who were exiled from the Colosseum. Pretty much what I've been talking about. But yeah, with the benefit of hindsight and re-recording, I know I can pretty much end the episode right here. You won't miss anything interesting for the next few minutes. So I can save you that trouble, and save myself the trouble of having to spend more time on this silly recording. My apologies for that. The next episode, my microphone will be live again as usual. So it'll be a regular episode. So I'll see you then. Boop.